Hello everyone. We are final year ECE students of Vailtech High Tech Dr. Rangarajan Dr. Shakuntala Engineering College. We have completed our project work titled Interfacing AD7606 with TMS 320C6727B using Code Composer Studio. In this video, we are going to explain the basic concepts behind our project. First, we shall see the objective. So the main objective of our project is interfacing an analog to digital converter with the digital signal processor using Code Composer Studio software. And we are also going to verify the interfacing by connecting the 7-segment display to the output of our ADC. The ADC which we are using here is AD7606 and the DSP which we are using here is TMS320C6727B. So this setup is mainly used in SOSS card, that is Stabilized Electro-Optronic Sighting System, in order to be used in a defense and military application. As I said earlier, this SOSS card is used in an high-ended combat vehicle, which is nothing but a tank, we can say. So it is used to interconnect the other cards in the vehicle. So this is mainly used in order to have an accurate night vision. The input signal to this system is a random signal. It is not going to have any specific periodical shape. So this is because when any movement in the joystick takes place, the system is going to respond according to that. So basically the range in which you are going to move the joystick, according to that the operations are going to be taken place. These are the stages which we have come across through our project. This is the main processor card block diagram. As you can see here, this is the TMS processor, this is the ADC, this is the CPLD. So through this CPLD only we are going to interface ADC with the processor. So this is the main SOSS card diagram. It is having 4 quad UARTs in order to have serial to parallel communication. It is also having an inbuilt SDRAM flash memory, and it is also having a level translator. The use of level translator is in order to make two devices which are operating at different voltages. In order to make them communicate, we are using this level translator. So these are the hardware specifications which we are using in the stabilized electro-optronic sighting system. Now we shall see the features of AD7606. The ADC which we are using here has an pin configuration of 64 pin. This analog to digital converter has 8 simultaneously sampled inputs. So it can sample simultaneously 8 input voltages, and it can operate in 2 different voltage ranges, which is nothing but minus 10 volt to plus 10 volt or minus 5 volt to plus 5 volt. And the resolution of this ADC is very high. This is the pin configuration of ADC. As I said earlier, it has got 64 pins. Out of these 64 pins, we are going to use only some pins, like the oversampling ratio pins, the conversion start pins, the data output pins, reference pins, so and also our busy and first data pins. So like this, we are going to make use of only some pins out of these 64 pins. Next we shall see about the CPLD. The CPLD is nothing but a complex programmable logic device. It has got several control signals which are used to enable the appropriate peripherals. So whenever the processor, that is the TMS processor, is going to place any address of a particular operation or a particular peripheral, then the CPLD is going to generate the chip select signals corresponding to that. This CPLD is made up of fully programmable and or array, and it has an endurance of 10,000 programmable or array cycles. This is the functional block diagram. As I said earlier, this is the main block diagram. In the beginning of our project work, we have studied this block diagram, and we have finalized to interface this ADC with the DSP through this CPLD. So this is the functional block diagram which we have done in our project. These are the several control signals which we are going to use here, and this is the 7-segment display through which we are going to verify the output. We can see here, that is there is a data bus between the DSP and the buffer. There is also a data bus between the ADC and the buffer, and one more data bus is between the buffer and level translator. So now we shall see the operation. The data bus between the buffer and ADC is 16-bit data bus. So the data lines are from D0 to D15 over there. The address which is assigned for displaying the output through the 7 segment display is 300, but mainly the 5 address lines are used to differentiate between all the process that is taking place. So those 5 address lines are A7, A6, A5, A4, A3. So thus whenever the digital signal processor places 10110, which is the address assigned for conversion start signal in the CPLD, then it is going to generate the control signals conversion start A and conversion start B in order to start the conversion process in the ADC. So after converting the input signals into digital bits, the DSP places the read address in the CPLD. So correspondingly, the chip select signals and read signals are going to generate so that we can read the converted output. After the conversion, in order to view that output in the 7 segment display, we are going to place one more address, which is 300. The software tools which we are using in our project are Xilinx ISC 12.2 and CC Studio version 3.3. This Xilinx ISC is a software tool produced by Xilinx for synthesis and analysis of HDL designs. It enables hardware modeling from the gate level to system level. Next we shall see about the CC Studio version 3.3. It is an IDE, which is nothing but integrated development environment for developing applications for Texas Instruments embedded processors. It provides program code editing, application building and application debugging features and all. This is the flowchart for our VHDL code. So first initially the range is going to be selected, then the processor is going to place the conversion address in the address bus. So according to that the CPLD is going to generate the conversion start signal, then the ADC starts converting and the BC signal goes high. So after checking the BC signal only, the process moves on. So if and only the BC signal is 0, the process goes to the read stage. If the BC signal is not 0, then the loop gets continues. So this is the end of the flow. We have written the Xilinx code, that is VHDL code, and we have synthesized it and we got the summary. As you can see here, this is the summary of our project. These are the pins which we are used in our code. So next we shall see the flowchart for C code. So this is simply the start and read operation. The C code is mainly for reading the value and writing the value. So these are the pin connections in the 7 segment display. We are not going to use the pin H of 1 7 segment display. Instead of that we are going to give this to the second 7 segment display. For the ADC which we are using in our project, there is a formula through which we can calculate the output values. So these are the input voltage ranges, and according to this the output in the hexadecimal and decimal format is going to vary. So next we are going to see the screenshots for CC Studio. Initially we need to set the target which is nothing but our TMS processor. Next we are going to write the program and we are going to connect the TMS board, processor card board, in order to upload this program, and we are going to build the project. So after building the project we got 0 errors. This is the region over which you are going to obtain the output values practically. We got some variations in the practical and theoretical output values. As you can see here, these for this voltage range we have obtained the output values practically. We have just made a graph based upon the theoretical and practical values. It is between the output values and the input voltage range which we are using here. So thus the interfacing is done between the DSP and analog to digital converter. The objective is completed by dividing it into 3 consoles. But some slight variations were found between the theoretical and practical output values. These are the references which we have taken throughout our project. Mainly the processors and other components which we have used in our project is from Texas Instruments. So we have studied the data sheets of those components, and we mainly learned VHDL concepts from VHDL programmer Douglas Berry. Thank you for listening.